Brooklyn, New York. I went to school at NYU. I did Edith Kramer. I also went to Pratt Institute, where what's his name now? Arthur Robbins was my professor, and I had a rewarding career. I also teach special education, and that was one of Edith Kramer. What should I say? She encouraged me to do special ed, to be able to create my own art therapy program within the school system. So I've been doing special ed for 31 years. I just retired from the Board of Ed. However, in the process of doing art education, I realized my art therapy was most important with special education youngsters. So therefore, I went back to Pratt after 13 years of special ed and completed my art therapy curriculum, which has been extremely rewarding. I've been able in the public school to create an art therapy program, after school program, working with the younger children from grade 2 all the way to 6th grade. I've done also outside work, working with counseling, doing from the youngsters, say 5, all the way to 21. And I mean, I've been pleased, and everyone's been pleased with the results. Why did I become an art therapist as a career? Well, I actually started out as an artist, doing art education, and seeing the kind of kids I was getting, I spoke to the art education teacher who, at that time, I was doing clay work. He said, "Oh, your work is fabulous." But I was so stirred in terms of what I was seeing in the schools, how children weren't able to read. But a little boy, I remember, who was from a Spanish descent, and he was so great with his art, and he drew such fabulous stuff. I'm saying, well, he could read. So from what he was doing, I helped him to start reading, and because of that, I was so turned on to art therapy. And when I asked my professor at Brooklyn College, he said, "Well, you need a program in art therapy." At that time, I was given NYU and Pratt Institute, so I registered at NYU and I became an art therapist. And I mean, I've been so blessed with the kind of response I've gotten. The only thing I regret not being able to was to actually get a grant in the school to actually have an art therapy program within the school. But I had also met Miss Bush from Florida, and I learned about the card and ways to test children, and I really try to use and implement that kind of things as I try to encourage my principal and the district to use art therapy within the school. However, I have now left the Board of Ed, and I'm trying to establish my own program outside of the Board of Ed, but in terms of going back in. But the problem we're getting is that people don't have money. They want money for other things, but they don't have money to incorporate art therapy within the school program, and that's where I'm stuck right now. But I'm still fighting for it, okay? Art therapy is such a rewarding field. I suggest that anyone who has an art background, who is strong in the arts, try to pursue a career in art therapy. Okay, because there's so many needed youngsters. Like I've worked with lots of youngsters, and they're our next generation. And there's so much turmoil in the school right now, especially the bullying system. I think an art therapist is great, and we really need art therapists within the school system. The next what changes? Listen, I would love, like I say, I would love to see art therapy in the school throughout. Okay, I know their private schools have incorporated art therapy and they're doing well, but in the public school, if they only recognize how great and grand it could be for children, especially minority kids, we would have a wonderful school system. I don't even know where to start. The best thing being an art therapy, reaching youngsters, okay? Changing, being able to see self-image, change and how they could express themselves when they were locked up, bottled up, and can't speak about their feelings. Art therapy is a great menu to help children to relate to the outside world, get their inner out, okay? And I'd always encourage good artists to become art therapists. Okay. Thanks so much.